Hey all, Bridget Bartlett here with Vision Marketing and Design, and today we are live inside of our team training where we are live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So today what I'm going to talk to you about is how to simplify and automate your engagement on Twitter and your content creation. Okay, now there are a few different methods you can use. Of course, you could do this manually. We talked yesterday about creating a list and how you can easily go to that list and then go through and respond to, with something of value in the comments. Okay, but it may be a struggle to know, even what to say, right? Obviously you need to schedule content as well, because you could, of course, make sure to set an alarm and go to Twitter, at least 3 times a day at different times. But most of us are busy. We need to automate this process, right? So again, you may not know what to even post. Okay, so by thinking about this ahead of time, you can schedule these things and make it really simple, because most of us are not setting out to be professional Twitter people, right? We have businesses and we want to use Twitter as a tool. Okay, so the first strategy I'm going to talk to you about is, of course, like I said, creating a list. You go to your list. For example, this was engagement, and then I would just go through and respond with something of value to all of the people in my engagement list. Okay, so that's an easy way to do it manually. The next thing is you can actually go to ChatGPT. What you're looking at right now is I use the extension called AIPRM. There is a free version and a premium version. I have the premium version. It gives you the basically just some public prompts, because if you know anything about AI, the magic is in the prompt, right? So it gives you pre-built prompts that you can use. And if you search for Twitter, you'll see there are two different, you can create just normal tweets, right? But you can also create threads, and threads are just a series of tweets, kind of like a sequence, right? So it may be, five tweets in a row that work together, and they're tweeted, one after the other, right? So you can get your ideas here from Twitter, or for ideas of what to tweet. The problem with this is you don't really know. If I typed in, well, let's see, these are mostly for threads here. But if I typed it in to look for some Twitter content, I wouldn't really know. It would just be ChatGPT that's coming up with the idea, but I wouldn't really know, is this a thread that's actually going to work? Is it going to get engagement, right? So those are the things that it's not really good at. But if you're struggling for ideas and you're already using ChatGPT, you certainly can do that. And then, of course, once you create it, you could just go into your scheduler inside of High Level, and you could just create a post. Of course, you'd want to choose Twitter, or you could also auto post those to other things, and then you can add your content here. You could also use the content AI to write your tweet here as well. Okay, so if you're not using High Level, you can go to bridgetbartlett.com and sign up for High Level, but this is an option. Okay, now the best option is to use Tweet Hunter. Okay, so Tweet Hunter, and you can create a free trial by clicking the link in the description or going to myvisionagency.com/Tweet Hunter. But Tweet Hunter is by far the best solution, because not only does it automate your content creation, but you can actually create a queue, and it gives you daily inspiration for the tweets. You can actually use AI to rewrite them. You have access to the tweet library, which has more than 2 million tweets. They also give you staff picks and collections, and you can add popular tweets that you've done to the evergreen. And then also, like I said, the AI writer here. You can also get thread starters and ideas, and it's pulling in from content that is already proven to be successful. Okay, so let's actually, using Tweet Hunter, let's go through some of this, and you can see, basically how you would get started. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go to your queue. All right, so you want to schedule out at least 3 posts a day. But if you have you want people in all different time zones to be able to see your tweets. It's good to make them, at least if you're doing 3 times a day, maybe you want to do them like 6 hours apart, right? So maybe at 7 a.m., I want to have my tweet go out, and then maybe I want to choose, 1 p.m. or something like that, and then so on. Okay. So you can actually edit your queue here and then choose the days and times. And you see here also the evergreen. So you can, everything that you add to the evergreen slot, which you choose as being something that was highly engaging that you want to retweet at another time, you can choose that as evergreen. Okay. So you can choose all of your time slots and everything here. And this tells you the times where your followers are the most active. So that's really important too, because you want to make sure that obviously when you post that it is posting at their most active times. Okay. So you can see here, 11 o'clock would definitely be a great time for me to add to my queue. Okay. So once you have added to your queue, then what you want to do is go to daily inspiration. Okay. I'm just going to close this out here. Oops, there we go. So daily inspiration is going to show you basically just a bunch of, and it says here that it's your personalized feed. Okay. So you can see this person posted on 6/13. It's in my niche here, and you can select or edit your niche by choosing different keywords here. But it's going to pull in all of the tweets that it thinks that I might want to use. And you can also see here how much engagement each of these got, so that you can determine, if this is something that was really engaging, like maybe this one. What you could do is click here to edit the tweet. Now, of course, we don't want to steal someone's idea. I mean, essentially everything is inspired by something else, right? But we don't want to just copy this word for word. But what you can do is click this little button here and then do the improve tweet. And then AI will actually rewrite the tweet in other words so that you can reuse it. Okay. So once it rewrites it, we can actually schedule it then to our queue, and then it will auto post. You also have some options down here. If you don't really like the way that it looks, you can change the tone or the content. You can make it shorter, longer, bolder. And then you also have these options here. So lots of ways to customize a lot of this. Okay. So you can click here and then it will update the tweet in the box. And I could just click here to add that to my queue. Okay. So now that's going to go out. Of course, you want to definitely read it, make sure that it makes sense. And then you could also schedule and then post it next. And then you can create tags as well. So if you have, maybe different topics that maybe in the morning, you want to talk about marketing, maybe in the afternoon, you want to talk about AI tools, and then maybe in the evening, you want to talk about branding or something like that, you could actually tag these so that you're keeping track of all of your content. Okay, so that is super cool. Another thing is you can access the tweet library here. So within this, you can search by certain keywords. So if I was wanting to search for different viral tweets that had to do with marketing, I could look through here and see, which ones that I wanted to use. And again, the same process, you would just click here to edit the tweet. You could rewrite it, and it does tell you, obviously, it's too similar because it's exactly the same as that one, but we would just follow that process, right? And then we can add to our queue. So you can see quickly going through here that not only are we getting content ideas, but we're also getting content ideas of things that have proven to have worked to get engagement. Okay. So, let's see, I want to make sure that I go over everything. You also see the staff picks here. So if you're looking for something and you can see what actually the staff of Tweet Hunter has chosen. So let's just choose marketing and sales, and you'll see all of the ones that they chose here and the engagement, and then you can choose according to that. The next thing is when you add things to your collection. For example, if I liked this one here and I wanted to star this, I can add that either to my evergreen, my custom AI model if I wanted to rewrite it, or I could create a new collection and add any of these posts there. Okay. And then of course, when you do add something to evergreen, then it will show up here. Okay, so you could also export these if you wanted to in a CSV, and you could even upload the CSV to high level if you just wanted to use this tweet library or the evergreen for clients or something like that. Tweet Hunter does allow you to add different accounts so that you could manage for clients. So it's really up to you, however you want to structure that. You do have the add tweet automatically option as well. So you could just toggle that on, and then it will add tweets when they reach 100 likes. So that really just takes the guesswork out of it, right? Because if it got 100 likes, chances are it's really, obviously it's engaging, and you would want to keep that in your evergreen or your collection, right? So the next thing is the AI tweets. Okay, so we could look here. It's actually going to build out some, but we actually don't have any AI tweets here to train it. And once you add tweets to your AI model, then it will start generating tweets for you. So you don't even have to go through that process of actually doing that. So that's really cool. We talked about tweet threads. So if you're looking for some ideas, kind of like we were looking on ChatGPT, you could go here to the thread generator, and it will give you some ideas of ways of creating different threads. Okay, so if we wanted to look through here and talk about how to research blog ideas or how to start a software business in an hour, we could go ahead and choose this one here and just click that that little pencil, and it's going to create the hook. Okay, so the hook is if you've ever seen on a Twitter thread, the hook is the very first thing they're going to see, and it should entice them to want to click to see the additional posts in that thread. Okay, because remember I said a thread is basically the like a series of tweets in a row. Okay, if you guys saw when Elon Musk, they released the Twitter files, when that was released, it was in a thread, and it was a series of tweets, one right after the other. Okay, now this is going to generate this, but while it's doing that, I wanted to go through some of these other features with you. Okay, so you do have some advanced options here, and this is available anywhere you see this. You'll see the advanced options. Let me open this back up here. Okay, so you have these advanced options, which are super cool. Okay, so these settings will affect this tweet only. Okay, so you would want to set all of this at the individual tweet level. And it says when enabled, the links in tweets and autoplug won't show the URL. Okay, so what this means is when you set the autoplug down here, and an autoplug means that when you set this for this tweet, if this tweet gets 10 likes, then what it's going to do is respond to the tweet, and it's going to have a comment down here that says special offer, whatever you put down here. Okay, it doesn't have to say special offer. It can say anything you want to, and you can select it from a series of tweets that you've created here. Okay, so you can just add a new one if you want to have different ones, and then just select from the menu that you've chosen. So if there's a link here and you click here to remove the URL, it's only going to show the link. It's not going to show the share, the preview image. Okay. You also have the ability to auto retweet. So this is really helpful if you have, like I was saying, you have an audience that is from, in different time zones. It will actually retweet this on your same account, because really when you tweet things, it only has about 30 minutes to really capture people's attention, because the timeline is going so fast. So you could retweet your own tweet, and this will automatically do that for you. Okay. So auto DM is super cool. So when you enable this, this would be kind of like with L Messenger that we use for Facebook. This would be like the engage feature, and the auto DM, what it's going to do is it's going to send when you determine the criteria, right? And it says here, they'll when you enable auto DM on a tweet, users who perform at least one of the triggers will receive a DM from you within 5 minutes. So it's useful to send free resources or discount codes and more. You can use the variables to personalize your DM, like the link to tweet, the tweet name of the person, the first name and then the handle, right? So you can do a maximum of 750 per 24-hour period. And this also does say that auto DM will stop working 72 hours after your tweet has been posted. So this is really great. If you have like a something that, for example, we have in our program software that you can resell. You can give accounts away for the basic accounts for free to get leads. So if you did want to offer something like this and say, hey, retweet this and follow me, and then I will DM you with a free Messenger account or something like that. So that would be great to set that up. Now, when you do create those threads, what you want to do is, I don't know why it didn't create the hook there, but when you do create these threads, you can toggle this on, and this is going to, let's say that you have a thread that has 4 different tweets in it. Okay. You want to put a delay in there because of the way that the algorithm works, and also it's less spammy. So you can put a delay there. And then you can also, if you're using this is actually, this suite of tools is actually very similar to Taplio. It's owned by the same company, and it's basically, Taplio is this suite of tools, but for LinkedIn. Okay. Now you can, here's a little hack here. If you are an enterprise member, and I can't show you because it will reveal my API, but if you use my link, you can actually sign up for the enterprise plan of Tweet Hunter, and then you will save 25% on the enterprise plan, which will even give you the Taplio for free. Okay, it will even make it cheaper for your plan. And then what's cool is you can then go to Taplio, since you have a Tweet Hunter account, and then you can integrate the two. And when you do that, you save 25% on Taplio. You also save 25% on Tweet Hunter. So you can integrate these two, and then now you are basically using the same tool and the same process for both Twitter and LinkedIn. Okay, so super cool. And then you can, of course, decide from here, what do you want to do with this? If you do want to publish to LinkedIn, you can add to the next available time slot in Taplio, or the same slot as the Tweet Hunter. Okay, so if you have a reason, maybe you want it to post at the same time, you do have that option as well. And then you can also modify the post for LinkedIn specifically if you wanted to, and you do have that AI option as well. Now, this is really cool. You can actually create from your thread here, you can actually create a link to like a blog post. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's create this. I'm gonna rewrite this. Okay, so I'm going to improve the tweet. We're going to go ahead and create a thread here. So we have the hook generator. Now it's going to rewrite this for us. Okay, and then so we have, let's go ahead and let it rewrite. And then we're going to create a thread. Okay, so we have this. Let's go ahead and edit. And let's make this shorter, actually. So we're just going to click and make it shorter. So that's so cool because it's doing this for us. Okay, so what's your routine? Let's go ahead and do the edit tweet. Now, here's how you create a thread. It's so simple, right? So we're just going to have that be our tweet, and then we're going to just hit the enter 3 times. And when you hit enter 3 times, you'll see that another window pops up here for the next thread. Okay, so we can actually choose keep writing, and then now it will create a thread from our prompt here. Okay, so when you choose that, and of course we can continue adding that to our thread, right? And then we're going to choose the option to delay the thread. So having it set like this, it's going to be, it'll post once, and then 2 minutes later, it'll post the next part, and 2 minutes later, it'll post the next part. These are actually really, really great for engagement, but they're also great for if you're running Twitter ads or something like that, because you are literally creating massive engagement, but running the ad to it will make more people see it, which will make it more engaging. Okay, so you can actually click here to add that. Okay, so you guys, that is very quickly the rundown of how you can automate all of this engagement, both using, the manual option, using ChatGPT, or using Tweet Hunter. I love to show you the options because I want to empower you to decide what is the best option for you. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. It's free and open to everyone.